Let's start over here. This old school, man. Combiner network, the whole 9 yards, and this thing's old school. This is the one where the guy, there's 5 feet of dirt on the inside of this box, and I spent like 2 cans of electrical wash and got it all cleaned out, and come to find out he had some broken stuff in here, and I just soldered it all back together. And it worked. Well, I hit it with my 2-pill. So I put about 500 watts worth of drive in it, and I was getting like 1,500 out of it. And I said, dude, we need to build you a driver. Bink, brand new 2x4. Handmade for this gentleman right here. So I go and I hit it, and I can't get more than about maybe $2,000 out of this puppy with 800 watts worth of drive. Wrong. This particular configuration of things should do around 3,000. Keep in mind, I don't quite have enough amperage to carry the 16-pill and the 2x4 at the same time, so we're going to be running this at 12 volts, 12.5 volts flat today. So if we get the voltage up around 14, you're going to see 3,500 out of this thing, 3,300, somewhere in there. We're going to continue on. We're going to go over here real fast, make sure all our slugs are in the right place. 5-watt slug in reverse. 100-watt slug going forward. We're going to demonstrate drive. We're in 1X, we're in PEP. We're using a Galaxy 66V, Siltronics, and we're going into the 10,000 watt bird line terminator. Audio. 30 watts. So now that you've heard the problems that the box is shallowing out on watts, you say, well, BBI, what'd you do to fix it? We're going to get to that in a minute. Let's go cover the little 2x4 driver that I built this gentleman. Amp on. 14 volts flat. Audio. 140 amps just in the driver alone. Audio. That's your input tune. It is flat. 150 or 850 watts PEP 2x4 on 14 volts flat. Let's go back and talk about this guy. I'm going to turn it on. Now, I mean, this thing has just been a bag full of worms since I got it. And it's the funny little things, like the LED was wired on the positive side of the switch. So it was always on. If there was 12 volt current, it was always on. I fixed that. Small stuff. Input tuning circuit was so corroded that it was arcing out. And the wire was broke off of it. I put it back on, bam, amp comes back to life. Transformer was broke off the board, transformer was broke off the board, and it was held in place with corrosion. It's okay, we got all that fixed. Got all of that fixed. Now, I've got the solutions to our problems already in the amp. I have to build old school. I can't go and tear everything out. I'm going to keep it old school the way the box was. As is. We are going to hit this thing with whole 30 watts worth of drive. We've gone to the 1,000 watt slug still. We're still in PEP mode, and we're in 1X. Hello, audio. So with 30 watts worth of drive, we're getting 500 out of the box. We're going to hit it with the 2x4. Remember, that's doing 800 watts. Now I just flick the switch down to 5X. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Full deflection to the right. 5 kW peak. Audio. So we're seeing 2,100 out of this box. To me, that's horrible. I'm going to hook up the new output tune network. I had to preload it, post-load it. You're going to see the results in just a minute. Give me a second. Okay. Start all the way over again. 100 watt slug. 1X position. Galaxy 66. Hello, 30 watts worth of drive. Pull this back out. 1,000 watt slug. 1X position. 30 watts worth of drive. New tuning network. Hello, BBI. Hello, BBI. That's just the 16 pill. Now, if you can remember, it was only putting out 500 the way it came in here. Hello, BBI. Now that's a little bit more like it to me, anyhow. So now we're going to reach over here and we're going to flip this puppy down to 5X. Hello, BBI. Still showing about 1,000 watts. This is where this gets cool. Hello, BBI. Hello, BBI. That's 3,300 out of this raggedy old bastard. Getting hit with a 2x4 BBI box. Hello, BBI. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm going to try and get it to do it again. But this ground wire is flexing with the modulation. It's the neatest thing I've ever seen. Check it out. Hello, BBI. Hello, BBI. I don't know about you, but that's just definitive proof to me that the electrons do actually flow on the negative side of the circuit. Just saying. Anyhow, man, this shit's together and it's all working right. It's ready to go. Call me on the phone, I'll explain to you how to set this up. Unfortunately, this is the way we got to go with this kind of combiner network. But it's a done deal. Hello, BBI. Hello, BBI. Hello, BBI. It's ready to go. And that's on 13 volts. You're getting 3,200, 3,300 out of the thing. Bump bump from the biggest mud duck in Idaho who don't know nothing about nothing. I got down and I'm back out. I see you. Bye.